Today I'll be reviewing the movie Then Came You. Before I get started, if you could please like this video and subscribe to the channel. You better watch out because it's time to get this movie review started. Let's go. Then Came You is a romantic comedy that is now available on video on demand. This movie is directed by Adriana Trigonani and was written by Kathy Lee Gifford. The film stars Kathy Lee Gifford, Craig Ferguson, and Elizabeth Hurley, and the plot of this movie is a lonely widow develops an unlikely friendship with an engaged innkeeper in Scotland. So our main character, Annabelle, her husband has recently passed away, and her husband were huge movie fans, and she decides that she's going to go on a road trip, and she's going to take her husband's ashes, and she's going to visit all of her favorite movies. She's going to visit the places that these movies have taken place. This leads her to go to Scotland, where she stays in an inn where she meets a man named Howard, and her and Howard immediately, have chemistry together, and she kind of discovers, can she have a second chance at love? Overall, I'll say this was a cute movie, and I did enjoy it. It's definitely your standard romantic comedy. Now let's get into what I liked about this movie. So I would say the main thing I liked about this movie is going to be the leads. I feel like both of the leads were really likable. Kathy Lee Gifford, and then we had Craig Ferguson. I think both of them did a good job as far as their performances in this role. They definitely were very likable, charming, and very funny as well. Kathy Lee Gifford's character, I feel like she was really funny, and she was really likable, and she was definitely quirky in her own ways. And Craig Ferguson, I feel like he was really funny in this role, and you definitely saw the chemistry between the two. Also, that I like that the movie talks about, finding love after death. So, both of their characters are both, widows, and you kind of see two characters in pain, and I think it was nice to that was one thing I really enjoyed, is when they start to open up to each other about, some of the stuff that they've gone through, and kind of warming up to the idea, can you find love after losing your, significant other? And I thought that was really beautiful to watch. Also, I would say where this movie shot at is also really, cool as well. It's shot in Scotland, and some of the, one inn that they stay at is beautiful, and just them, their drive through the countryside, it was really, really beautiful as well. And the town was really nice that they went to. So I feel like just overall being shot in Scotland, and the movie definitely, showed the beauty of Scotland, and this town that they would visit as well was really charming. So I think those definitely, I feel like added an extra, something to this movie. And I would say what I didn't like about this movie, one, I'm gonna say, this is definitely your standard. I would say this is an above average romantic comedy. It's definitely not going to be the greatest, romantic comedy of all time. It's definitely, predictable, and it's definitely cheesy as well. Also, Elizabeth Hurley, I did like her in this movie, but she wasn't in this movie a lot. I kind of wish we would have got a little bit more, Elizabeth Hurley in this movie, and you really knew that these two characters, with any romantic comedy, you kind of have that in your head that, these two characters will end up together, and this movie they really didn't have any obstacles. Elizabeth Hurley, I would say, is one of the obstacles, because, Craig Ferguson's character's engaged when she, when they first meet. But Elizabeth Hurley, I just feel like if she was in the movie a little bit more, it might have added a little bit more conflict. It just was kind of very, very, very predictable. Overall, though, I'd say I had a good time with this movie, and I did enjoy it. It's definitely not something I feel like you need to see right away. You probably can wait on this movie, and I'm sure eventually, this movie will be available on some kind of streaming platform. But if you're in the mood to, you like romantic comedies, and you're just at home and you want to, watch a feel-good movie, this definitely, is a movie I think you will enjoy. Then I say give it a shot. Overall, though, like I said, I had an okay time with this movie. So that is my review on Then Came You. If you watch this movie, please leave your comments below and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching.